Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. This article that I have here is very, very interesting, and it's interesting because it reveals maybe a next step. When people want to do certain things but are not certain that those things will be accepted or not, they start slowly and starting mildly saying something, making a statement. Okay, let's say I'm a child and I want to go to the neighbor's house, I don't know, to play with my friend. I'm not gonna, and I know I'm grounded because I fucked up or something. And I'm gonna tell my parents, hey, it's kind of cold, kind of ugly in this house. Oh, I'm bored. The parents probably will say, okay, why don't you clean your room? Oh, shit, wrong one. All right, so then you go to the next one. You will say, oh, well, it's beautiful outside. All the children are playing outside. Okay, and then you come again and say, hey, look, my neighbor Johnny is playing with Tommy outside. And you go, okay, and the next one is going to be, hey, they play at Johnny's house. And then you go, hey, can I go and play? So beside, you go like this. So the same thing. When you hear just a mild suggestion, then you think, okay, go up and see what could be the end of it. What would be what's behind that? So we find out that Great Britain is ready to fight in Europe, not in Great Britain, in Europe, because that's the way they always did. Remember, look at their history. And I'm not bashing that. Where did they fight the French? I'm not talking about now the 1044 or whatever that was, right? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the rest of it. Where did they fight? Either around it, on the sea, or on the European territory. The French, these were the main guys, and the Spaniards, that's it, or somewhere else on other territories, but not on their territory. Now you can say, great, yeah, that's great. That's a great achievement if you don't have anybody invading your country and uh, stepping on your territory. And I'm not talking about Rudolf Hess stepping on a territory or the V1, V2, that kind of thing. No, I'm talking about armies landing and destroying your country, villages, cities, and all that, going in and raping and stealing and looting, the same thing as well. So anyway, that's a good achievement, not a bad thing. I'm just making note that Great Britain was able to achieve this goal of fighting on other people's territory, offensive or defensively. Even, that's a good achievement. Okay, let's move on. This is an article from Reuters from June 19th, 2022, and it says UK must have military capable of fighting in Europe, says Army head. So this is the first one. Mommy, it's so boring inside. That's the first one. Now, what will be the next one? Then you can go next one to the end, what exactly they want to say. And it's not a bad thing. I'm surprised they didn't have this. I'm pretty sure they have strategic plans done, I don't know, 70 years already in their writing. What happens in this scenario, this scenario, this scenario. They have it. When this happened, they just take it out, look around, scratch the names and put the names, or where it's blank, they put the name for the actors and the locations. And if things are a little bit different on a territory right now, they just adjust a little bit. So they don't have to stay and start over from the very beginning, making all the assessments, making all the papers. Hey, what's going on? You send me this. What about that? Who's who, what's what? No, no, no. You already have that, like the general foundation of the situation. That's how it works. If it doesn't work that way, you are a conquered country. And Great Britain is not a conquered country. So there you have it. Let's go and see what's going on here. And it says that Britain must have a military capable of fighting in Europe and defend Russia. The new head of the British Army was quoted as telling troops by local media. Do you want to fight Russia? Do you want to fight Russia? Why don't you say so? Why don't you get involved right now? Oh, because it will be not good for the Russians. Yeah, yeah. It's okay. You fight with via Ukraine. Let them die. All right, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, a vocal supporter of Ukraine since Russia's invasion in February, has ruled out sentencing British troops to help Kiev, but warned this weekend that London would have to show support for the long haul. All right, so Patrick Sanders, who took command of the British Army this month, told British troops, according to the newspapers on Sunday. I am the first chief of the General Staff since 1941 to take command of the army in the shadow of a land war in Europe involving a continental power. Okay, well, you get ready for that. It's good. It's normal, and that's good. Why? Is because of security threats? Yeah, those are legitimate. What about Russian security threats? Always go to that. What applies to you should apply to the other guys, but obviously they don't. So that's why you see this, selective morality, as I always say it, or situational morality, is based on who's who, what's what. So you don't go by the ideal and the rule. Rape is always bad. No, you don't go by that. You say it depends who does that to whom, and then you make your determination. Now that's low. That's wrong. And it seems like this. If it's one of our friends bombarding Yugoslavia, we jump on the same boat. If it's one of our friends with us invade, let's say, Iraq, we're going to do that. But this, no. This kind of rape, this is unacceptable right here. But the other one, anyway. This is the, yeah. So obviously they should be ready to defend their territory or support their friends. That's normal. But if you think that that's right for you, then that should be right for other countries as well. Nevertheless, it's interesting that I read an article that the Great Britain will send, or already sent, I have no doubt, they're already trainers. They are trainers, advisors. They're not fighters. They're just saying in the front line over there and tell, hey, Ukrainians, you do this, yeah, you load that thing over there. No, like that. Use your right hand, yeah, the left one put in your ass. Okay, that's probably but they don't shoot, they don't do anything, and they are shot at by the Russians at the same time because they're right in the front line. There was 2 or 3 articles about that, and they do not get involved. Promise, pinky promise. Okay, pinky promise. Yeah, okay. I think they're over there shooting and doing whatever they want, and who would say if the Russians say, hey, they're British army fighting in Ukraine? Who's going to hear it? You? Me? Why do you think if that trickles down to the Western population, do you think they will trickle? Yeah, man, the Russians said that the British are fighting over there. They're going to be, yeah, they claim the British are fighting, but they're not. They're just over there as advisors. And who are you going to believe? Those hordes of Asiatic tribes, as Truman portrayed, he verbally said that I'm going to tell you about that. When Stalin and Soviet Union achieved their atomic bomb, they got their atomic bomb, then it was Truman, I think, yeah, it was Truman or Eisenhower, I think it was Truman, I'm 99% Truman. He said he was surprised, and he said, I'm surprised that those Asiatic tribes of people are able to build such a blah, 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 blah. So yeah, so these guys will be, who do you believe? Those hordes of Asiatic tribes? Or are you going to believe us, the free world with free people, with free mass media, with the leader of the free world who can't even ride a bike, right, and so on. So yeah, it's going to be like, you believe us or you believe them. And if you believe them, you're with them. That means, and they start calling names. If you're with us, then you're a dupe. Because they all lie. Don't get me wrong. They all lie, more or less. Sometimes they tell the truth here and there when it's convenient, but then they spin, spin. All right, well, get ready, and get ready for the Russians to do what? Do you think Russia is going to go to reach the Atlantic Ocean via, I don't know, Portugal? 0% I gave that. And first they can't, then the second they won't, and never said they will. So you don't believe them? Look at their record as just the past 20 years. I'm not talking about other Soviet with other leaders. How consistent they were in, we're going to do this, we're not going to do this, we'll do this, and we'll do this. I'm not saying they're perfect whatsoever, but nevertheless have a higher rate of consistency, that's the word, consistency, than others, many others, that now put medals of all kind of achievements, moral achievements. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.